Welcome back. It's time to leave. Sabo died. He died on his way back to his home planet. I'm Drunken Dan.
Yeah, you know, fool me once, right, Dan? Shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. And then you just think,
What? What do we? Did it cut out right then? Hold on, let me fix this. Hello?
oh, there you are.
Yeah, it cut out like right when he said, "Fool me once, shame on you." Full, and then he's like, "Can I?" And I think, and then it cut, and I realized what happened. I just started laughing. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, how many more times does Ezra Miller have to get arrested before we unperson him?
Who gets arrested?
Ezra Miller.
Who the fuck is that?
DCEU, whatever it's called, Flash.
Oh.
The dude who chokeslammed his fans twice, except oops, maybe a third time now.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
That's a goddamn scumbag. Why is it Will Smith slaps a dude and like tanks all of these fucking movies, tanks all these deals and movies and marriages and shit, and like Ezra Miller beats the shit out of his fans?
Because Hollywood are a bunch of bullies and they don't like it when a guy who talks shit gets hit, but they like it when someone's an asshole. It's their kink. They get off on it, actually.
As long as it's the peasants that are getting beaten, I guess.
Yes, if the peasants are getting beaten, they don't care. Actually, speaking of like movies and shit, so I haven't watched it, and I'll mention why, and it's and you'll probably even call me stupid for it. So I was going to go watch the Batman movie, and I load up HBO Max, I take a look at it, and I look at the runtime, and it's like 4 minutes shy of 3 fucking hours.
Oh yeah, it's a long movie.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Why is this like 3 hours long? For all intents and purposes.
I'll be honest, everything I've heard about the movie has given no justifiable excuse for why it's as long as it is.
Why the fuck is it so goddamn long? Like, this is actually something that's kind of an issue I have with modern movies. And why I don't watch a lot of modern films is that they're too fucking long.
Like, stuff being long is fine, but it's more a case of what you use that time for.
And usually they don't use it for anything.
Basically.
But even with that, like, it's a thing where, like, when your time is long, it's a much bigger investment than, like, if I'm watching a TV show, and it's like, or a TV show, or like, you know, an older movie where older movie's like an hour and a half long, and it's just like, oh yeah, I can sit down for an hour and a half and watch this shit. Like, when you're hitting 3 hours, at that point, I'm like, I'm just gonna watch a TV show. Fuck off.
It's just, I mean, if it makes you feel worse, or better or worse, it was originally even longer, and the deleted scene they revealed for the Joker, oh boy, it's pretty trash.
Was it Joker or was it Melvin?
It was basically Melvin.
Oh my god.
It was. The worst part is, it might even be worse than Melvin, brother of the Joker. Fucking Melvin.
So what you're saying is they should have just hired Doug Walker.
Oh, someone has to, I guess. Yo, I say that as if I did like somehow have a video of his recommended to me that was recent, and I was like, how is this still going?
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking floundering, like even before, like.
There are a lot of times where there's like, there's like someone who somehow they get another fucking, like, I don't know. There's people like that, like him, and like other like much, I'll be honest, lower grade content creators, like even lower than him, that somehow they're still around. Every now and then they trend because they do something stupid or something like that, and my reaction is always, wait, you're still around?
You still live?
Like, was it every couple of like I think like at least once a year, me and a friend, we ended up making fun of JonTron not putting up content, and usually it's in the context of how I bring up the fact that cancel culture doesn't exist, not even for YouTubers, especially if they just keep making content. Like, and basically using Spoony as the example of the only reason Spoony fell off is because he just stopped making shit.
Basically.
And if he still made shit, he would be fine. And it didn't even have to be good shit, it just had to be shit. Like, he could go as low quality as he wanted and people would still watch it and defend it. Because once you get a certain level of a fan base, you're pretty much untouchable at that point. You can just make whatever the hell you want. But JonTron's another one of those ones where it then becomes a game of when was the last time did JonTron upload a video? And then we just usually joke about the gaps between his videos because we think it's funny.
What does he even do that's not video making?
Nothing.
Oh.
Literally nothing. Like, this isn't even a bit. Like, he literally does nothing.
At least would have at least would be, you know, you could say, oh, maybe he's just working, or maybe he's too busy with some popular YouTube channel with someone that mysteriously the partnership ended very suddenly and out of nowhere, and nobody wants to talk about it.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I do wonder who was the bad guy and all of that, because I could believe both.
Honestly, yeah, I could believe both. Because I mean, they're both shitheads, so.
Yeah, but it's just the question of which one was the shit-ass in that particular scenario.
Who was the bigger shithead?
Or who was the one who pushed the other one too far?
Yeah, actually, I don't know. I mean, you want me to make a guess? Like, I could make a guess.
I kind of assume Aaron.
I kind of assume probably JonTron.
Well.
And I say as someone who, I think I rag on Aaron more than I do JonTron, but I mean, what's the point of ragging on JonTron when he's just a piece of slime? Aaron's just an idiot. At least that's fun. Like, making fun of Aaron's fun.
It's like, I don't know, kicking JonTron, it's like kicking a puppy with a swastika on it. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's bad. I mean, yeah, I know it's bad and all, but like... What do you want from me?
I don't know why that got me so good. A puppy with a swastika on it.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's bad and all, but like, what do you want? He just can't fight back.
Like, shit, you're not wrong, but still, that fucked me up.
I mean, truth be told, I think I would actually have a much easier time punching JonTron than I would actually punching a puppy wearing a Nazi armband. But you know,
I mean, yeah.
Oh wait, I've demonetized the video. Oh no, what were you doing? That's sweet YouTube revenue.
What monetization? I haven't had monetization in years. I literally made a video called Copyright Infringement, where I just actively got as many copyright claims on the video as I could possibly get in like in a short span. And I originally thought about just repeatedly updating it with more shit, and then I was just like, you know, I'd still like to have my hobby, so maybe I won't push it too hard. I don't feel like making a whole new channel. That sounds like work.
Fair enough.
But, yeah, when it comes to them, I don't know, they just kind of... I don't really, like, even if I do want to say one did it, at the same time, I don't really care. Because I don't like either of them.
Do you know what, though? There is one advantage to Ezra Miller being a piece of shit and getting arrested again, is I did find out, wow, the state flag of Hawaii does just flat out have the Union flag on it, huh?
Huh.
It's just... I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me, but fair.
I did not know this either.
Yeah. And I was like, wait, but America didn't annex this till long after we were gone.
Huh.
Oh no, man. Oh no, man. At least it feels a bit more honest when you just have it when you have an invasion, I guess. And instead of just deciding, yeah, we voted on it and you belong to us now.
All your base.
Do we get a vote in this? No.
You're just ours now. Welcome.
You see this shit? We own this shit.
Welcome. Welcome. Come well. What? Wait, what's, okay, Master Age is EN is fine. I was like, should I put, because I don't know what everyone's EN's at, and there was a couple of people I saw were low, and I was just like, wait, hold on. Master Age just sounds like someone that I go ham with, let me check. I mean, it's fucking Master Asia. The undefeated of the East. Now, I know what you're thinking, but wasn't he defeated before? Shut up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was defeated.
Like, twice, actually.
Yeah, and one time he definitely died. Definitely died.
No, I was just, no, I didn't die, what are you talking about? We joke about it every time, but it's fine. It's fine. It's stupid, it's fine. G Gundam is stupid, and I love it.
Oh yeah, the Super Robot Wars 30 DLC came out, today? Question mark? Yeah, maybe yesterday. I definitely didn't get a chance to play it yesterday because I was actually at a water park.
The only thing that came out, the thing that came out for me yesterday was, coming out of early access on 420 at exactly 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time was Postal 4.
Yeah, it's Postal 4.
Yeah, literally at 4:20 Eastern Standard. I was like I came home from work because I knew it was coming out. Oh yeah, coming out that day, and I was like, all right, let me download the update, and it's not up, and I'm just like, is it gonna fucking pop up on my Steam at 4:20? And that's what happened, and I just kind of had to sit there with my hands in my head, just like, yep.
Yeah, nothing if not consistent.
Yeah, I can't say that I'm surprised, but it's not, and I can't say it's not on brand because oh yeah, it's definitely on fucking brand. But god damn it!
Hey, as the song says, it's still better than Postal 3.
It is. I actually do enjoy it. It's fun. It's stupid and fun.
It seems like a sort of fun revamp of Postal 2 with a little bit more jank and not quite as much content yet. But you know, it took fucking years for Postal 2 to be playable. So I believe.
But oh shit, I can't even move. Something hit. I had the Sizzler go a little ham and break some stuff, and then it got where it can't move now. So now I gotta retrieve it. Oh, I had to drive closer to retrieve it. Shit. Get in the van.
Whoops.
Well. Shit, let me foresee... because I don't feel like, Angela Ballsack to get destroyed, so let me use foresee on her.
It's bad enough that she's definitely never getting another movie.
Yeah...
Let me say this. Expel from Paradise was like a fine kind of one.
Oh yeah, no, it was, but you know, it would have been nice to see more stuff from the director. But
yeah,
you know,
it's not. These things happen. Only the good ones die.
I mean, yeah, like Gilbert Godfrey. Chris Rock's still alive though.
Oh, I wouldn't wish death on Chris Rock. There's far worse things than that.
You know what? I wish he would lose the ability to speak. Because then, at the very least, our headaches would stop happening as frequently. Because every time he talks, people get headaches.
I do like that. I do like that element of suffering, or just baseline suffering in the world, though. So I'm pro Chris Rock on this instance, and this instance alone.
However, it also gives you headaches.
That's a sacrifice I'm willing. Like, you're implying as if I'm not completely okay with being miserable as long as everyone else is miserable.
You're always miserable, regardless.
Exactly. So what's the difference to me?
If everyone's unhappy, then no one's unhappy.
How can you beat that which cannot be beaten?
How do you kill one that has no life? There's Sabo.
Oh, Saber, you missed my amazing take that at Ezra Miller being a fucking piece of shit for the third time.
Oh, I missed that. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
missed the Ezra Miller.
No, we
Be
can
like, yeah, so
we didn't talk
I
much
guess,
about
I guess
it.
that I guess that movie is never happening now.
You would hope not. What the fuck did he even do this time? Which feels really bad that we have to put the caveat of this time on it.
I think he assaulted someone else again.
Again. How many fucking times does this man have to assault some random schmuck?
Arrested for the second time in just under a month. Ezra Miller's reign of terror continues in Hawaii as the actor was arrested for the second time in a little under a month, this time for second-degree assault.
Fun.
Yes, so.
Yeah, I feel like they just can't do Flashpoint at this point right now.
Oh,
Even
if they're going to salvage it, they're going to like replace him at the end. You can be like, oh, Flashpoint turned him into a totally different actor.
Yeah, one who doesn't chokeslam his fans. This is the shittiest part. Is it's not even like people being awful to him. He's just people in general. He's just a psychopath too. Man, what a scumbag.
Well, there goes Jay. He's been trapped.
Not Soldato Jay.
Yep,
Not
he's gone.
Jay.
Goodbye, pizza.
He died as he lived. The pizza.
Pizza!
The only other thing you missed, Sabo, was me ranting about how I think most movies nowadays are way too fucking long, brought on by the fact that the Batman is like 4 minutes shy of being 3 hours, and I think that's fucking ridiculous.
Well, they figure, well, otherwise we'll just have to re-release an uncut version, so we might as well just get it out now.
I mean, it's still not an uncut version. They had a deleted Joker scene they put online and it was awful.
Which apparently was worse than Melvin Brother the Joker.
It was pretty Melvin-y.
You know, if we're gonna scale our Jokers on the Melvin scale, what would you say the Suicide Squad Joker is? Is he on the Melvin scale, or what is he?
He's 100% Melvin.
Oh, Melvin scale. Okay.
He's worse than a Melvin because
Yeah,
so he's lower. Okay, he's lower than Melvin.
Because
Melvin used to be funny.
Well,
Hmm.
he used to be funny in a sense. You could laugh at Melvin, I'll grant you that. You can't really laugh at Suicide Squad Joker because it's like how I liken JonTron to a Nazi puppy.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, that was the other thing you missed.
oh yeah, JonTron's a Nazi puppy.
Because we were talking about the fallout of Game Grumps, and we were just trying to figure out who we were theorizing who was the one that pushed the other one. Train figures JonTron. Train figures Aaron. I figure JonTron. But we don't like either of them, though I have more fun making fun of Aaron because Aaron's just a dickbag and a dumbass, so he's just more fun.
Yeah,
to
I don't
make fun
know.
of.
Maybe it was both.
I think John just didn't want to do it anymore. He's like, I probably get better.
Honestly, you know what? Now that you said that, that makes more sense. Because JonTron is lazy and doesn't do shit. So that was like a weekly or a daily thing he had to go to and do? Ugh. Doing stuff. Ugh.
Work for a living.
This doesn't even work, you just play video games. Ugh. Look, there's not even a script, you just play a video game for like 3 hours. Ugh.
No, he'd rather make fun of Flex Tape and get Phil Swift to come on and show.
Oh, Lord.
Because that actually happened.
Yeah, I know.
There was like a joke where like it looked like a recording of Phil Swift, and then Phil Swift suddenly starts talking to John. It turns out he actually got him to come on the show.
Gross.
Oh, Master Z is here.
He's looking for the power of Zapoa.
Zapower. So, yeah.
Which now we know what the Zopower is, don't we, Stabo?
Oh yeah.
What's the power?
It's evil.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it?
Here's your problem. You set that power to evil. Well, no, it's the Conqueror King who's the villain of GGG versus Better Man.
You know, it's just that I don't even remember what his deal is. Like, humanity is too perfect or something, or not perfect enough.
Something. You know, it wants to reset everything back to 0, and to do that, it's possessed everyone.
Something. We have to destroy humanity.
And then the Better Men are like, well, we have to kill Guy. And Guy's like, you can't kill me.
Alright, I guess we can't kill you.
And it possesses people, so they're exactly like they usually are, except they're like, yes, the power is right. We must destroy humanity.
Kill all humans.
What's that? You want to kill all humans?
Hey, sexy mama, why don't we go out there and kill all the humans?
Bender. It's a shame your series is back, because it really shouldn't be back.
Well, at least John DiMaggio's back.
I feel like that whole thing was just a fucking marketing ploy.
Yeah, probably.
And he was always on board. They just did that whole thing as a marketing ploy to garner attention for the show that honestly shouldn't be being revived again.
I don't know why they do that, because it only casts them in a negative light. It's kind of like the whole saying of, well, they intentionally made a trash Sonic design so they could go back and redesign.
Oh, no, that one I know definitely didn't happen, but it's Netflix that are doing the Futurama, right?
No, it's actually worse than that.
Paramount?
Is it? Well, now, fuck, I have to... No,
Yeah, now look it up, because now I'm curious. Because if it's Netflix, it's definitely what Netflix would do. If it's Paramount, it's definitely what Paramount would do.
Hulu. Oh, it's worse than all of that. It's Hulu.
Oh. Well, it was definitely something that Hulu would do, because they get nobody.
And I do agree, though, Futurama should have died. Not even because I think it's...
It's
not
so,
even
like,
because of my own hang-ups, but it's like... Oh no, I think any show kind of just has like those points of...
it had a
well,
good run.
We've done as best as we can do with what we have.
It had a good run. It was a good show. But when, especially in the later bits of it, it was becoming the seasonal rot of it, if you will, was getting worse, and it was when it ended for what we thought was the final time. I was like, yeah, no, this is good. It didn't get like Simpsons level yet. So you know, this is good. This is fine. This is a great time for it to end, and they bring it back again years later, after I thought we were through this.
You know, because The Simpsons can go on forever, so maybe Futurama can too.
Futurama probably could have done if Fox had decided to just cancel it because Fox were insane about that sort of stuff. And it's like,
oh, yeah.
Hey, this show is it getting like 400 billion views? So we're gonna can it. You realise that's a literally impossible number for possible number. Well, I don't care. I'm a Fox executive. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that sounds like Fox. I mean, Fox. Fox. Anytime the higher ups didn't like a show, they would just fucking do that. I mean, that's happened with the critic as well.
We don't understand this show, and even though it's popular, go fuck yourself.
There's a lot of networks that do that, and I don't understand it. I mean, hell, like when I was making fun of Netflix, Netflix does weird shit like that too, and they keep like Big Mouth around.
I will say I don't think Netflix is more of they'll cancel stuff in response to feedback more than just on a whim.
Big Mouth, Big Mouth, Big Mouth, Big Mouth, Big Mouth.
That's what
7
I'm saying.
seasons.
Yeah, but it's not cancelled.
Yeah,
I'm saying that
it's gotten the feedback. And they
Oh,
gave it 7 seasons.
Well, better Big Mouth than Cowboy Bebop.
How about neither? What,
Yeah,
they
that was that
both
whole
died.
the whole thing is basically been written off as that was a mistake.
Well, what happened was pretty much it got like no views because a lot of people, for once, didn't do the curiosity, let me watch it to get mad at it thing, and just didn't watch it. And I didn't watch it because like a lot of times nowadays, like whenever something pops up and I know I'm gonna fucking hate it, I'm just like, why the fuck am I gonna subject myself to this? Fuck this. I'm not gonna watch it. Fuck that and fuck you.
I mean, I'll watch stuff that I think's probably. I'll watch stuff if I think it's going to be at least entertaining. But everything I saw for the Cowboy Bebop didn't even make it seem funny bad. It just seemed
Bad.
No, it seemed like they missed the entire point of it, and we're basically like, this is a popular brand, so people will watch it.
Well, yeah, that was definitely why they did it in the first place. Is it's popular, so they wanted to do it.
maybe if they'd have shown Cowboy Bebop at his computer.
But I mean, there was also like the Death Note one, which I mean, I thought Death Note in general was always stupid. But I know the fans hated that one. I don't know the exact ones, 'cause I had to watch it, and I'm not gonna fucking do that because I don't even like the original Death Note.
I think Death Note's fine. I think Death Note's biggest problem is it kind of has that. I always think it in relation to Breaking Bad of that point of well, okay, well, we can't like go all well. We want to keep this going for a little bit longer, so we can't go all in on the actual plot. So here, have some Nazis.
The other thing too with that story is almost every like important like story beat happens off screen. Like half of what Kira's does is off screen, and they tell you about it. Most of the story happens off screen with like L or somebody else telling you that this thing happened, as they continue to stare at walls and ramble. It's the most pretentious fucking thing I've seen.
I don't know if I call it pretentious. I
I
don't
would.
think Death Note or even its creators have any kind of like have any.
Oh
kind
no,
of,
no,
like-
they do. Trust me. Trust me. If you look at other shit that they've made, oh yeah, he pretentious as
Well,
fuck.
Well, it depends. Like the manga guy, no, the anime guy, like thought he was writing genius, and he thought that like,
No, the manga guy too.
oh,
I mean,
okay. 'Cause
there's
the manga
there's two-
guy's like, no, Light was just crazy, and anyone who liked him is an idiot.
I mean, there's two manga guys, so
Oh, the I don't know which one it is then. Fuck.
because
The
there's
best
the right,
adaptation of Death Note is the live-action Japanese one.
because there's the duo who one writes, one draws. So pick one.
I'd have to figure out which one wrote the other thing recently. Fuck, I'd have to look into it. I don't remember the name of it. I remember reading a little bit of it and being like, wow, this is fucking retarded.
But Death Note was kind of screwed from the beginning over here, though, because like they said from the beginning they were really having trouble getting like anyone to sign off on it because they were uncomfortable with the whole teenage serial killer thing. They were like, well, can't the Death Note just make him evil, or like can't the Death God like force him to commit all that murder? And they're like, well, no, that kind of ruins the entire.
Even
point
I
of the
know
story.
that. That defeats the point. Even I know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Mikoto
I
shows
think-
up to die.
I think they settled for like having the girl be the bad influence on him in the Netflix adaptation or something. But I don't know. Either way, you could tell that they were very uncomfortable with the source material.
I mean, a lot of these like American adaptations of Eastern shit are never really comfortable with the source material, or they think they're just better than the source material.
Well, we
Or
have like
both.
we have actual like school shootings and violence and shit like that here, which Japan does not. So you know, it's like it's not surprising they were like having a they were apprehensive about
Oh, Trayman died.
yeah, he said his power cut out.
Damn.
Yes, they were apprehensive about glorifying a teenage murderer.
Not really.
The way that-
Even I can't believe I'm defending Death Note here. It's not even a glorification.
Well, kind of is for a while.
And it's more.
They glorified him enough that a lot of people missed the point of the character.
I mean, people do that with the Joker for fuck's sake.
People
And
are
now,
like, no,
and now DC goes with it.
people were like, he's a great guy. He was just punishing all of the people that society wouldn't punish for him. And they're like, yeah, except towards the end, he's going crazy, just killing people based on his whims. And he even tells the one guy that once he's taken over, he's going to start killing people for being lazy. But
Big talk for a guy who kills somebody by writing in a book.
at least Code Geass, well, until the movie anyway, like admitted that Lelouch is kind of a jerk.
Yeah, but that was also, let's be blunt, that was an author saving throw towards the end. At that point.
No, I think that's what they were shooting for all along.
Nah, this is the same one where they try to show him as being a genius with chess and he can't play it right.
Well, they said
almost every character exists in that show to make Lelouch look better. So no, I don't buy that. I buy that about as much as I buy. Oh yeah, Kill la Kill was definitely about owning your body and being comfortable in your own skin.
No, I don't think anybody said that.
No, they do. Trust me, I had arguments with people on this, and even in the show itself tries to pretend that's what it's about at the end.
They said that the problem with Geass is that they just kind of lost track of. But they swear that like no, he was always supposed to be executed always at the end. That was the plan. Like when they started the show, they just had a very hard time getting there.
I don't quite believe them.
Because they got a last-second extension, and then also they were forced to restart the whole show again for people that didn't watch.
Actually,
the
you know what? No, I can believe it because even though I've made the joke saying it's haha Char, it's really closer to haha Hathaway.
And haha Char. Well, they said that they were trying to. They said he's not Char or Hathaway, but he's like an amalgamation of
Charthaway.
He's an amalgamation of like every Gundam antagonist / noble villain antagonist, except they made him the focus character, and they made the guy with the heroic looking mecha the antagonist, and that was a deliberate thing.
It's Charthaway.
Well, it's Charthaway with a dash of some of the villains from the Robot Romance trilogy.
Maybe? I don't know.
I'm gonna say I don't think you've seen them.
No. That's why I can't really. I can't say yes or no. That's why I can only respond with maybe.
But it's Char Hathaway and some of Heinel and Richter from the Romance trilogy.
Yeah, I don't know those, so I can't really say anything.
So that's why I said you only know Char and Hathaway, but it's an amalgamation of a couple other characters too, but probably from shows you haven't seen.
Yeah, no, I have not. I will not lie and say that I have.
Yeah, so I saw what they were doing, but I think it was a combination of they weren't expecting that kind of popularity, and also they had trouble from the network because of its unexpected popularity, because they thought that like they were gonna get canned, that nobody was gonna care because it's a mecha show where the lead mecha is the bad guy, and the protagonist is a terrible pilot.
Fair enough.
Which defeats the purpose of everything, and then people actually liked it.
Fair enough.
Except now they're trying to turn it into a major franchise, and it's not working because people.
It wasn't built for that.
Well, they wanted it to be, but people only gravitated towards Lelouch. Like, they tried to do that one OVA without him, and it did so badly that they had to bring him in, brainwashed, just so they could say, "Hey, Lelouch is here." Which gave us a decent fight scene with Lancelot, but that's about it. And then those characters vanished into the void to never be mentioned again. And then they did a movie which entire purpose is undoing killing Lelouch because they needed him to keep the franchise going. And who knows what they're going to do now?
Panic.
Probably something dumb.
Panic.
Oh, they have something else coming out, I think, next year. I don't know if it's going to be any good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, at least the show had some cool robot fights, which the movie did not, for the most part.
I honestly there's something about the robot designs in that I just did not like. Something about their legs pissed me off. I know that's stupid, but something about their legs pissed me off.
Legs?
the way that, I don't know, something about the way that they did their legs looked weird and
What?
spindly.
Because they had wheels.
Maybe? I don't know. The mechs in general just looked weird to me. I didn't like them.
They were trying to be a combination of Gundams and Bottoms, and I guess it didn't work so well.
I mean, people like them. I just don't.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say like didn't work just because I didn't like them. I know Train would, but Train's not here. He can't do that. He's dead.
I guess he's not coming back.
Yeah, we can't have his more volatile reaction where mine is like, I don't like it. Some people do. That's true. Some people do like that, and that's it. Because he's not here.
And his reaction is, no, that's stupid. Anyone who likes it is stupid.
Yeah, we don't have him for that. We don't have that extra bit of vitriol here. Man, we're missing something. Oh, there he is. Now he can add the vitriol.
What?
Oh, we were talking about Code Geass, and I was just like, I didn't really like the mechs in it, and I just thought that, and and when we were going back and forth, he's like, oh, maybe these didn't work, and I was like, nah, they probably work, just not for me, because people seem to like them.
I mean, on the basis that another group of friends I have told me that they liked it for the characters and not for the mechs, I'm gonna say no. It's people like it because people, if they do like it, it's for the quote unquote characters.
No, I mean the
drama.
mechs. People do like the mechs, though. I do know.
Yeah, some people do like the mechs. There were a lot of people. Well, they like the mechs from season 1, not so much season 2, because they got all flyy and shooty. And people didn't like that.
Who cares what some people think? Some people think Pacific Rim 2 had good mecha designs.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I'm sure they do exist. Like
I'm gonna say I don't know it. I don't know. Who said that.
I don't know anyone who likes Pacific Rim 2.
I'm gonna say I don't know a single person who doesn't hate Pacific Rim 2 with a fiery passion.
It probably exists. I'm just saying.
I mean, law of averages, yeah, but I mean, like, there are a lot of Code Geass fans who I remember were trying to convince me that the designs of their mechs were really good, and I was just sitting there, like, shaking my head, going, no, I don't like that, no, I don't like that, no, I don't like that. I mean, this is a series someone tried to sell to me based on Colin alone, and I fucking hated her. Which is still funny to me to this day. So I was like, oh yeah, you'll like Colin, she'll be your favorite. And then I was like, I would like to throw her through a goddamn table. From the top of the Hell in the Cell.
Oh yeah. Did you see, Dan, your favorite tweet the other day?
Which one?
Your favorite?
Which one?
The Iron Sheik.
Oh, okay, actual favorite. Yes. What do you tweet? I might have missed it.
I actually, all I remember is the final line, which was also "fuck you, Hulk Hogan."
Good. That's what keeps him alive.
I was gonna say, did he tweet? Yes, I'm still alive, and I will not perish until Hulk Hogan does.
Well, I guess I'll check.
I mean, that's what keeps him alive. We discussed this in depth before. Because Hulk Hogan kills other wrestlers when they forgive him, but Iron Sheik will never forgive him. So therefore, Iron Sheik will eventually die, but only after Hulk Hogan.
Was he like Stan Lee, consuming the life force of other wrestlers to fuel his continued existence until he could no longer do so?
Yes.
Maybe. Who did Stan Lee consume the life force of?
Basically every comic book person that died before him.
But mostly Jack Kirby.
Mostly Jack Kirby.
Mostly Jack Kirby.
But especially Jack Kirby.
Especially Jack Kirby. You know, it's funny, even when you were saying it, immediately my brain was just thinking of Jack Kirby, Jack Kirby, Jack Kirby, Jack Kirby.
I mean, his is probably the, well, maybe not the saddest story in comic books, but probably one of them.
It's also one of the better known ones, too.
Yeah, dude. Basically is one of the forefathers of the comic book, or the modern comic book industry. I was actually explaining this to someone earlier because I was talking about Ezra Miller and the problem with Barry. Well, I was talking about Ezra Miller, and I mentioned the problem that you have with Barry Allen is that because Barry Allen's original tenure as the Flash was the Silver Age, where continuity and storylines and things like that were not a priority, like at all. Where it was literally you come up with a cover and then you come up with a shocking cover.
Bullshit.
And then you try and figure out a story to explain why Lois Lane is suddenly black.
Super dickery.
God damn it. As soon as you said Lois Lane, I knew that's what you were gonna fucking say, but still.
Well, let's be honest, it was either that or the time Superman was blackmailing Lois Lane.
I thought you were gonna say it was either that or Super Horse.
No, Super Horse wasn't super dickery. Super Horse was just horse dickery.
He wanted to do some horse dickery.
I remember when Steve Ditko died. There was like a.
You know what's sad is other people whenever they're like, "Oh yeah, Super Horse is back," and I started alluding to what Super Horse was. No one wants to have a conversation with me anymore.
Nobody talks about Super Horse.
No, even when he's back, like, "Hey, look, Super Horse is back," because he's in some of the more recent comics. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, did you know Super Horse?" You shut the fuck up, young man. You do not talk about those Super Horse books, but that's where he's from.
We don't talk about Super Horse.
It's not my fault Super Horse tried to fuck Supergirl.
Right? I didn't write it.
Yeah, I did right. Yeah. It's like, if I was gonna insert some weird fetish shit into comic books, it would be that.
Yeah, right?
You know what's really fucking, I guess sort of mildly similar tangent to that. So it was like TF2 had like come up in a conversation, and there was like, obviously because Overwatch 2 is also like building up, getting built up a bit, and someone was saying about how they hate snipers in like Overwatch style games. I think TF2 did it best by making them throw piss and shit like that. And I was like, you do realise there's a very if you put like throwing pit or snipers throwing piss in Overwatch, you will get a very different kind of fan base for that series that you do not want.
You're right.
I guarantee you, it'll be Rooster Teeth and Ruby and Ruby all over again. Why have we got all these people into getting peed on suddenly?
Okay, cool. We are now at the point of the game. We're at the end of the map now because Mikoto has turned into the monster, and now it's Guy has to take them out. Any other unit will despawn after they attack.
Now they have to manually final fuse, except no, because we'll just stick all the robots inside.
But, oh god. Actually, I gotta move the Arcadia back a bit, because I don't want it to decide the Arcadia is the prime target, and then I lose I immediately lose the robot that's inside of it right now. I really don't want to do that, because I'd like it to get one shot off first before it gets deleted. Because now it's time to just, like, whatever I got, throw it at the wall, hit them with it, because they're going to be gone after they attack anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't want a ship to disappear while holding a robot in it. But, actually, you know, because we're talking about comics, it's something I've been meaning to bring up, and something that I kind of wanted to talk about when it comes to comics. So I gotta confess, I have fallen off of comic books for a while, and I kind of recently figured out why. Like why I don't really read a lot of like I don't read much or anything, honestly. And it's because for every one good storyline that does something really good, really cool, it immediately gets thrown out for the stupidest shit. And that stupid shit is what always sticks. It's always the stupid shit that sticks. Not the good shit. It's only the bad shit that sticks.
You do know that's why Batman has so many fucking sidekicks now, right? Because every writer basically wants to have like their quote-unquote mark on on Batman. And since basically any villain people create will just get thrown out the window, not for the old villains, because the old villains actually barely appear or do anything. That's anyone who's not called the Joker. So instead, they just get replaced with whatever dumbass writer wants to have their whatever dumbass villain this week. So instead, what they do is they create these companions for Bruce Wayne to have a really deep, meaningful relationship with. So they basically forced to keep around, checks notes, Batwing. I mean, it's kind of my issue with that Spider-Man has at the moment, where you just have too many people who are part of this gimmick now. And I'm just like, I'm fine with these characters existing. I just think they need to be separated. And I've kind of
Right.
mentioned this before, but I kind of don't like the idea of a Miles Morales existing in a world with an alive Peter Parker.
Which he does now because Ultimate Universe died ages ago.
Yeah, because that was the only thing they cared about from Ultimate Universe was Miles.
And because the problem is that when you have one of the things with Spider-Man is he has such a unique power set, and I might have even mentioned this point before, and you do very much kind of devalue it the more people you put onto it, and it's just I don't know, it's kind of the same thing with Batman. Is that how unique can you really say Batman is at this point when there's about 40,000 different people who all basically are Batman or want to be Batman? And not even just in the usual, well, here's a guy here's Green Arrow, and here's the Green Arrow mobile, and the Green Arrow cave, and the Green Arrow cycle, and the Green Arrow wing, and it's like, yeah, alright, Oliver, have you ever had an original idea in your life?
Yeah.
But when you have, like, Robin, and Red Robin, and Redder Robin, and the Reddest Robin...
But my thing is more not even like stuff like that, like sidekicks. I know that's what pisses you off, but I just mean like the fucking storylines that actually end up sticking. Like shit like One More Day, House of M, the Civil Wars, all that dumb shit. Or hell with House of M, that literally became the defining thing in Scarlet Witch. That's all she is now, is House of M.
Yeah. Hey, remember that time we had an entire like crossover event for Age of Ultron, but you know who it didn't feature in the entire comic book?
Him.
Ultron.
Oh.
You think I'm joking?
No.
He's not in that fucking book at all.
But yeah, it's that. But yeah, it's so like. But that's what's kind of made me fall off is because like yeah, there are some good stories, but the problem is at least in main continuity because of them promoting and seeming to love to wallow in absolute trash more than anything else, the good shit just gets buried and then it just makes the stuff that's actually good feel pointless because it gets thrown out in favor of shit.
Well, comics are a vehicle for the movies now. We know this.
I mean, even thinking about it before that, it's just
yeah. But
you know.
Here's part of the issue: is that, and I kind of do want to blame Civil War, even though Civil War's not the first sort of crossover event. I think it's the one that's been indicative of all the flaws that have come since. In that you just have like these big, stupid events, but the problem is that all of the writers are beholden to the big dumb events. So, you know, if you want to make a story where, I don't know, a character like Peter Parker is replaced by, I don't know, let's say Otto Octavius, a completely ridiculous storyline that only some hack writer would come up with, But let's say you wanted to have that, and it's like, well, you're beholden to the fact that character is going to appear in whatever dumbass crossover event is happening where a hero fights a hero for completely stupid reasons.
Yeah.
Like, it feels bad when I legitimately do think, Did the Avengers and the X-Men fight because Captain America pissed on their otters? Was that real? Because it makes about as much sense as the actual story did. I could believe that Cyclops really fucking loves otters.
Maybe. I mean, Cyclops. I mean, why not? I mean, Cyclops has done weirder shit.
Yeah. Like make out with a clone of his wife on top of his wife's grave.
Well, that wasn't a clone of his wife. It was Emma Frost.
I thought it was Madeline Pryor he made out with.
No.
Oh.
It's okay
Well.
because the spirit of Jean approved it.
Thanks, ghost bitch.
Nothing I said is a joke.
Look, Jean Grey is definitely the epitome of run, she's a ghost and a bitch.
Ghost stories.
If nothing else, it did give us some great lines to use out of context.
Yeah. Ghost Stories is a fun one for when younger people hear about it, because they're like, do you recommend it? And you look at them and you just go, you sweet summer child, I don't know if I can recommend that to you.
No.
It's like, you recommend it? I don't know. It's kind of like a thing you just had to experience for yourself the first time it came out.
You had to be there, and obviously a lot of the jokes now are very, ooh.
Yeah.
Get away with that one.
Like, I'll be honest, even like because I mentioned I've been playing Postal 4, even Postal 4 is tame compared to 2 in a lot of ways.
Well, I mean, in the sense they don't have Al Qaeda running around.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I think if Al Qaeda was a thing that was relevant today, they would have had. And if the quote unquote special military operations in the Ukraine had been a thing, then definitely there would have been Russian incursion into Eden Sin.
So you're saying in Postal 5 there's going to be Russians?
I mean, I'm not even sure there will be Postal 5. I mean, I'll put it this way: they're probably still mad about Postal 3 being developed by that one Russian company that got shafted. So, yes.
I mean, here's the thing: we say that, but I didn't think there was going to be a Postal 4.
It's kind of impressive that there was. Although I guess the fact they released DLC for Postal 2 in like 2015 or whatever it was.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I'm just like, when they announced it for early access, I was like, huh. Like, I was surprised.
Thanks, Civi.
I do like that he's in the game. That is funny.
I mean, I genuinely do think Civi is probably a big reason for it.
Possibly.
Like he definitely put a spotlight back on Postal after years of being kind of dormant. Yeah,
because it was known back in the day because a lot of reviewers made a big stink out of it.
Well, it was one of the things was it was known because it was
infamous.
It was like, yeah, it was more of its infamy for being this really controversial game that got banned, and obviously being related to Postal 1, which was definitely not tongue-in-cheek.
No,
humor.
Yeah, Postal 1 was bleak.
Postal 1 was basically if hatred was less up its own arse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hatred is more so. If I to kind of describe it for people watching, hatred is closer to Postal 2 than Postal 2 is to Postal 1.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Shadow Warrior 3 is closer to Bulletstorm than it is to Shadow Warrior 2 or 1. Don't worry, I hate it too.
But, yeah. I mean, so, but yeah, Postal 2 was more infamous than famous when we were, not even really young. I guess young. In the good old days. In the good old days after 9/11.
The good old days after 9. You know, that reminds me.
I mean, it was.
I don't think
it fucking was.
We didn't talk about it because it happened, like, I think the day after we recorded. But that one guy's weird take on that fucking Panda movie that I don't even know if I'm ever gonna see, The Turning Red, where he had this weird take where he's just like, why don't they talk about 9/11 since it takes place in 2002? What the fuck? It's a kid's movie. What the fuck's wrong with you? Why are they gonna talk about 9/11?
I don't know. Why don't they talk about Pierre?
Because like all people talked about for 3 years was 9/11 apparently.
I guess if you're like in a really crazy conservative household, because we didn't talk about 9/11 for like 11 years. Like, I remember waking up to it, and I don't remember it being like everything in my life for like the rest of 10 years.
I mean, the most experience I ever had, I kind of had with 9/11 was I feel like I've told this story before, but I was in a film class and we were doing this whole thing of like coming up with ideas for movies, and we were talking about, and he said, "Oh, we'll do what's called car crash theatre, which is where you just take two titles of two movies and put them together and see what you get." And it got round to me, and I said, "Airplane meets The Two Towers."
Oh my god! You know, I'm not even surprised.
Oh,
but I will say that guy's take, it got viral, and it brought back that tier of jokes. Like that for like a few days, those kind of jokes returned, and they were just all over my Twitter feed. And I was like, holy shit, it's like I'm in 2003 all over again.
All I really remember is that the news would do nothing but talk about 9/11 for like the next 2 months because,
yeah,
you know, they were too uncomfortable to go back to regular broadcasts.
But to be fair, even I wasn't aware of that because I didn't really watch the news as a kid. I just went back to watching like Dragon Ball and Pokemon.
I was gonna say everyone just went back to watching Cartoon Network because they didn't have a news program, so they were just like, all right, business as usual. Yeah, sucks that would happen, but you know, Dragon Ball.
Anyway, Zoids. But yeah, it was one of the more, not the most, because I'm pretty sure if I thought about it for a bit I could find more. It was one of the more bizarre takes that I'd seen. Like, you can just say you don't like a movie. It's not hard. I do it all the time.
I haven't even seen Turning Red.
It's one of those things where part of me, out of curiosity of people whining about it, wants to, but at the same time, it's like, there's other stuff I'd rather watch. Like, I'm sure it's an all right kids film. That's pretty much where I'm at with it. And I'm like, I'm sure you're a fine children's movie.
The only reason I would have to watch it would be if my nieces wanted to watch it. And not being funny, me being the hip, cool uncle that I am, I'm going to get them to watch things that I want to watch before I subject myself to that kind of misery. It's like, oh, uncle, we want to watch Frozen 2. Frozen 2. How about we watch the Transformers movie instead?
Trying to make the Transformers fans at a young age, you monster.
No, I've already done that. They already love Godzilla. They already love Godzilla. And
Oh
Kong.
no, you monster! You indoctrinated them.
I literally bought them stuffed toys of Godzilla and Kong to sleep with.
You monster!
You know the best part? It really pisses their mother off.
That they're into Godzilla.
Yeah.
Why does it piss her off?
I don't know, but
There's like a thing. Who cares? It's not hurting anybody. It's just funny monsters.
yeah, I'm aware, but it pisses her off, and I find that just makes it all the better.
Now I wish I could just say that to her, because I have a feeling me saying that would piss her off more, and it'd be funny.
Yeah, it would not be nearly as fun as you might think.
Oh. Well, actually, it would be fun for me, because I don't live there.
She finds you,
Eh.
kills you.
I don't-
Who cares?
Eh. Anyway,
Anyway.
it's time to leave.
We really should have left on the airplane the Two Towers joke.
Well, there was still a cutscene going, so I couldn't.
Damn it! It's just like 9/11. It's just really poorly timed.
It's time to leave.